Today I'm going to be talking travel about Bad Waldsee. Bad Waldsee is an Upper Swabian town in Germany not far from Stuttgart, close to Bavaria, Ravensburg, and the Bodensee or Lake Constance. Austria and Switzerland are within easy driving distance too, making it a great weekend getaway or a wonderful addition to a traveling European itinerary. We had glorious weather for our visit to this German town this past September. We had a great day for hiking, watched boat races, enjoyed wonderful cuisine, and relaxed at another thermal spa. Welcome to the Travel with Wendy channel. I love connecting and interviewing small business owners around the globe. I like to share reviews and hit the trails hiking. Thanks for joining me today because
it's always an adventure when you travel with Wendy.
We began our tour with a stroll around the lake, or the Lakeway, Seeweg. This trail skirts the Schloßee, or the city lake, and has a playground, a labyrinth, and more. Okay, this is an ice stand or an ice cream stand in Deutschland. And a mini golf. It's a peaceful and relaxing stroll. And this weekend happened to be the annual Dragon Boat competition. It was so super cool to watch. They had every category too, you could imagine. Teams, singles, female, male, youth, and it was intense watching the spectators as well. We followed the trail around the lake to the other side along the Uferweg, or the Riverside Path, and found restaurants with patio seating, boat rentals, coffee shops, and more playgrounds. This was definitely a family-friendly German town. Take any Gasse or alley from the Uferweg towards the Old Town district, and you can admire all the Baroque architecture on your way, including St. Peter's Cathedral, the Alten- and Pflegeheim Spittel zum Heiligen Geist, which is the Church of the Holy Ghost of Bad Waldsee, and the Rathaus Town Hall, as well as many, many more. St. Peter's Cathedral was first mentioned in 1100 as part of the Augustinian order of canons, meaning the monks and the friars lived within the community and ruled here, and this order remained in power until 1788. The theme of the altar is the coronation of Mary, and the two side altars are dedicated to Mary and Joseph. The ornate gilded design and decor of this church are definitely from the early Renaissance period. Another historical landmark is the Wurzacher Tor, or the tower, the gate tower. This impressive tower on the east side of town was built around 1400, and as the city continued to grow during the 1200s, this gate was used to ward off approaching enemies, possible fires, and collect tolls. Get off your bike. Radfahrer absteigen. The City Hall, or Rathaus, is a massively impressive building and was originally built as a jail or a place of justice around 1426. Unfortunately, this site also became the site of witch trials, and 17 Waldsee women were found guilty and sentenced to death. By 1610, under Austrian rule, the right to vote was created here, and today you can see the coat of arms for both Austria and Waldsee. On day 2, Katy and I decided to hit a local hiking trail around the Schloßee, or the Castle Lake. This smaller lake within city limits feeds into the Stadtsee, or the city lake. We began the trail at the Bad Waldsee Castle, and this castle is not open for visitors. However, today it is used as state offices and businesses, and it's still beautiful to photograph and walk around the grounds, and the trails that lead to the Schloss Park are right behind the fortress as well. These trails were well marked, although not as pristine as the Schloßee on the other side of town. It did give us a different perspective of the town and the lake itself. We had our hiking boots on. It was a gorgeous day in nature, and this hike was much smaller and seemed to have more of an ecosystem and marine life. One of the reasons we wanted to visit Bad Waldsee was to visit another thermal bath, the Waldsee Therme. This was a very nice bathhouse. However, I would categorize it more as a therapy bath rather than a romantic bath. In all fairness, it probably has many more amenities and pools to enjoy, but because of COVID, most of their pools were closed. They do boast for having the hottest thermal bath in Upper Swabian. One of the coolest highlights at this thermal bath is the pool that has underwater music. It was so cool. For more information on the Bad Waldsee Therme, check out their website, waldsee-therme.de. Bad Waldsee is also filled with Culinary Delights, from coffee shops that line the lake to Weinstubes, or wine beer pubs, to some great restaurants. We were delighted with Bad Waldsee's gastronomy.
Beer in the world. The bestest beer in the world.
The first place we stopped was Café Zeit in Hecht. This restaurant is located along the lakefront and is a perfect spot to grab a cup of coffee, an afternoon cocktail, or just take a break from touring to rest. Another fun stop in the heart of the city, or Marktplatz, is Café Weinstube am Markt. The market square in Bad Waldsee was hopping on Saturday morning with craft vendors, produce, meats and cheeses, and I love these fresh markets in these little German towns. You can chat with the farmers, their families, and they are passionate about what they grow. Okay, so we're right about to go into the market. You have to wear a mask, and they have a place where you can get the COVID vaccination
and the
right over
vaccine's
there.
right here.
And you can do it without appointment. Just show up right there. They have Moderna, the biotech, which is Pfizer, and Johnson & Johnson. Together, we can defeat COVID. I love it. So you still have to wear the mask, though, to go in here. So all around this town, the town of Waldsee, is these little trails for bicycles. And it's pretty cool because you can only go 7 kilometers per hour. So you cannot go schnell, fast. On Friday night, I'd done a little research and found Amadeus Burgers and Bar Lounge. The menu was intense, with tons of snack options, hot dogs, and burgers. As vegetarian, I had a full goat cheeseburger with fixins and onion rings. It was messy and delicious.
I'm on a date with my mojito.
She's got chocolate and roses. Their drinks were works of art, and my typical gin and tonic had decorations that were fun. It's something definitely we hadn't seen before. Our last night in Bad Waldsee, we were able to make reservations at DeCapo Pizzeria. From our hotel, we had walked past this restaurant several times, and it always smelled so good. Definitely rated one of the best Italian restaurants in the region. I was so happy we had the opportunity to eat here. Our weekend in Bad Waldsee was another success. This little German town is enchanting and a perfect weekend getaway or a stop along the way on a larger European tour. Maybe you're heading to Bavaria, Switzerland, or Austria. Bad Waldsee is a great idea. I hope you enjoyed this itinerary and that you're able to use some of these items for your travel planning as well. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, follow, and subscribe. It's always an adventure when you travel with Wendy.